rate code is paid using salary points instead of currency. The monetary value of each point is set up on the company table page. First, setting up the rate codes. All these are the elements. We will see all these elements usage in our upcoming discussion: frequency, base pay, compensation package. Now, we are moving to the setup. Setting up rate codes. To set up rate codes, use the rate code class table and comp rate code table components. Here is the setup its navigation. Setup HCM, foundation table, compensation rules, rate code class, and rate code class. This is the screenshot for that. Here is the option, rate code class. Here, if you open the existing options, base sal, elements of basic salary, defined range rate codes, regular bonus, all this. I am opening this rate code class, elements of basic salary. Based on some effective date, it is active. We are giving the description and short description. Rate code class, which is helpful for us, it will use as a set criteria on rate code pages, and we can simply say like this: by using this rate code class, we can categorize the rate codes. First of all, we have to create the rate code classes. If you would like to use them, then first create the rate code class, then you will assign this rate code class to the rate code table page. Here, let us imagine all these options are there. Not imagine, all these options are already available. Elements of base pay, regular bonus, salary packaging, seniority rate codes, all these things. Next, move to the rate code table, comp rate code table. And one more point, forgot to tell you. Banu, you asked me about this top end navigation, right? In 9.2.
Yes.
You can change that one in this area. Sorry for disturbing the flow. Utilities. Where it is? Not in utilities. People tools, portal. Yes, portal, branding. Branding system options one. Here you have to select this option. Default theme. Generally, the default theme fluid will be there for 9.2. You can change it to Tangerine or Tangerine Alt. Anything.
Okay, thank you.
If you can select the default theme fluid, then automatically it won't show you any top end navigation. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Next, coming to the comp rate code table. Setup, foundation, compensation rules, comp rate code table. Whenever you open the comp rate code table, observe carefully. The comp rate code table is, we can categorize based on the base code classes also. Here observe carefully, basic salary. Okay, seniority pay, group pay like that, salary package. All these are the comp rate code classes available. We can categorize the comp rate code based on the comp rate code class. But observe one point here. Comp rate code class is not a mandatory object here. We can leave it as blank. That's why I told you it's not a mandatory object in the very first step. It's not mandatory, but this one is mandatory. Rate code definition is mandatory. All these are the options. Let's open one. Let's open one component code. Open anything. Okay, monthly salary I am opening. Here observe carefully. This is the component code they defined and the effective date, status of this component. These two are very common elements in each and every component inside. Description, monthly salary. These options, base pay, you are deciding it as a base pay or not. Use highest rate. That means, observe carefully, this is the component code. Okay, we are defining. This component code coming under the base pay. Can you explain this link? What will happen if I am using this component code in my compensation package? Just a guess I am asking.
It will give the base pay for all the users under the whoever. If you allocate the component code KCM for the particular user group, they will all get the base pay. Like as we selected base pay.
I mean, we can use this one for the base pay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Use highest rate. Very occasionally we will touch this checkbox. Use highest rate. We will use this option generally whenever a worker is temporarily placed on a job. Or we can call it as an assignment, temporary assignment. And you are paying very high rate. You can use this option. Otherwise, we can't touch this. Apply FTE. What is FTE? Full-time equivalency. If you opt this option, at the calculation, as part of FTE, full-time equivalency, rate code will be calculated. What is FTE? It's a percentage of full-time that a worker normally works in the in his job, in his regular job, corresponding to the profile. What is full-time? Can you explain what is full-time? FT is a percentage of full-time. What is full-time?
When he works 40 hours a week.
What is 40 hours?
Your standard hours.
Absolutely. That is the terminology I am expecting. Standard hours. Full-time is defined in the standard hours level, right? Next. Coming to the next option, default without override. Whenever you opted this option, your compensation rate of your workers assigned to this particular rate code can't be manually updated on the compensation page. There is a compensation page in the job component. Here, I will show you. In the job component, there is a compensation page. There we can't change the employee compensation manually. If you have such type of rate code is assigned to your employees. Here. compensation. Here, the compensation rate, everything was defined. Here, the rate code, everything. Here in this page, there is no option to change the data. If you opt this, default to override with default without to override, not with override, without to override. Next, rate code type. Here are the 5 options. Flat amount, a fixed amount, already explained you. Hourly rate of pay. Next, hourly rate plus flat amount. That means a flat amount that is paid in addition to the hourly rate that is specified on the worker's time sheet. Next, percentile. A percentage for use in your compensation. Points, salary based, points based salary. We have to define some setup in our company level. Next, here you can define the rate code class. Here you can define your rate code class. That means this comp rate code is coming under this particular rate code class. We can categorize that. Here. Next, calculated by, here is the option, none or rate matrix. None means the rate, here you are not defining any specific calculation method here. Rate matrix. If I use this rate matrix method, whenever you are using any calculation method, there should be, we can define some matrices. What I can say here, we have to define some formulas, we have to define some, we have to depend on some percentages here. I will explain you later whenever we are deep into the discussions of the compensation. I don't want to confuse you right now. Next, compensation rate. Enter the, here we can enter the standard compensation rate for this particular rate code. If you select the rate matrix, one second, compensation rate code is not available for you. It is asking the rate matrix name. You can define one rate matrix here. Based on the rate matrix, it will calculate. Calculated by none, you can directly give your compensation rate code here. Next, the compensation percentage also. Next, currency, frequency, earning code. If you are using Peoplesoft NA payroll, we have to add the earnings code for a non-base pay rate code. System, why? Because the system automatically enters the earnings code whenever you select the comp rate code on the pay sheet. Whenever you define a earning code here, automatically system also default this earning code whenever you are using this comp rate code. What is the earning code? How many types of earnings will be there for an employee? Any guess?
You can have any number, right? I mean, based on what they do. Like he can be paid for one job at one rate, something else. Or he can be paid for extra service, or he can be paid for weekend pay, or something like that.
Earning code means, can you list out something like seniority pay is there, right?
Yes.
Compensation, sorry, comp of,
Yeah.
holiday pay, regular pay, like that. All these are earning codes, overtime pay, like this, vacation pay. All these are earning codes. We will see more in depth about this earning code whenever we are discussing about any payroll. Next, coming to the next page in the compensation rate code table, comp rate code table, that is seniority pay. Also carefully, calculate seniority by hire date, company seniority date, birth date, professional experience date. If I select, okay, one second, seniority pay, okay, here, company seniority date. Okay, rate code class is the seniority pay. Then here the company seniority date. What is this? Company based on the hire date. Seniority pay means simply I can tell you one thing. You joined in a company, after 6 months you can get some eligible benefits. After 1 year you can get some eligible benefits based on your work period, based on your seniority. Company seniority date. If I selected the company seniority date, then whenever this option is selected, this particular option will track the amount of time that a worker has in the organization. That means how long he belongs to the organization. Professional experience date, that means the total experience. Based on your, like let's say if you are an architect, as an architect, how much experience he has, like that. It's a group build process, seniority based group. Group of the employees here, we can define and we can attach the group of employees here. Next, level of compensation. Enter a seniority level here. Minimum years, minimum months, comp rate code, currency and frequency. Here, level 1 I can define like this. Minimum years, 1 year. Minimum months, 1 year, 0 months. Okay, enough. Compensation rate code. Okay, here I am giving 1500 is my compensation rate code. Currency, US dollars. Here, the frequency, annual. Now, if I allocated this compensation rate code to the employee, what options are applicable? What applicable to the employee compensation? Can you tell me now? I opted this option, seniority pay compensation like this. Then what will happen to the employee? What about the compensation of the employee? Any guess? From both of you? Puneet? It's right or wrong? Just assume.
Assume. I think depending upon his experience, he might be getting after 1 year. After completing 1 year, he might be getting $1,500 extra.
After completing 1 year in the organization, you are saying?
Not okay. The professional experience date is selected. Like if he is having the experience of one year, then he will get $1,500.
Based on what? Like say, you are saying?
Seniority.
Based on seniority, based on the position, right? For that particular position, for that particular, let's say you are an architect. As an architect, you have 1 year of exposure. Then what you will get?
I will get salary of $1,500.
At what?
Per annum.
Per annum. That means it will be as a component in your compensation package. Am I right? Generally, compensation package means it's a combination of multiple components. This is your basic pay, this is your special allowance, this is your car allowance, this is your seniority pay, this is your bonus pay, right? In some of the companies, you can take some Indian companies, they are paying some variable pay also, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Is it clear, Banu?
Yes.
Okay. Next, combination rules. If your component has any combination rules, combination defaulting rules using this rate code, any defaulting rules you define, it will display here. Otherwise, we can leave it. It's not that much important.
So if the company is giving a bonus, you'll set it up here, right?
Where?
In the corporate, one more additional, like in the seniority you set up, right? You picked up the...
You can define that particular job code, corporate code also. That's what I'm saying. Any specific type you would like to mention, then you can define that bonus pay also here as a corporate.
Yeah, I got it. I just wanted to make sure bonus was part of this.
Any type of pay, right? Here they have not mentioned only for regular pay, overtime pay, right? Here observe carefully. Job pay, supervisor level pay, capability pay, different options are there. Okay, and observe carefully, we can categorize those pays also. Okay?
Okay, thank you.